Hi everyone, my name is Rachel. I am a children's librarian with the San Mateo County Libraries, and this is Yoga Storytime. Thank you so much for joining me again today. This is week 2 in the series of stories we'll be reading for July. Last week we read a story called I Am Yoga, and we talked about the meaning of yoga, which is union, and the union between our bodies and our minds, and how really strong poses like our warrior poses can help us find strength in our bodies that we also feel in our minds, right? Like I can stand up for me, I can stand up for others, I can stand up for peace, and how we really have to take care of ourselves, right, before we can help take care of others. And so this week for week 2, we'll be reading the second book by Susan Verde and Peter H. Reynolds, which is I Am Peace. It's a book about mindfulness. So before we do that, go ahead and grab your yoga mat, grab your towel, your blanket, whatever you have to sit up on, and we're going to sing our opening song together, our welcome song, the Om song. Go ahead and sit up really tall. Imagine you are a king or a queen sitting on your throne, find a really tall spine. Good job, friends. Good job. Go ahead and bring your hands together, bring your palms to touch at the center of your heart. We're going to rub our hands together. Good job. You can test to see how warm your energy is or touching your hands to your cheeks. Keep it going. Okay, here's our song. Rub your hands, sit up tall, take a deep breath. Om. Good job, friends. Good job. Okay, are you ready for our story? Yeah? Should we find our book pose? Do you remember this from last week as well? Go ahead and bring your knees up in front of you, your feet to the floor. Imagine that your legs are the covers of your storybook. You can use your knees to help guide your legs open. Bring your feet to touch, to kiss. Maybe give them a little foot massage. You can let that massage travel up your shins and your calves, to your knees. Find your comfortable seat. I'm going to start sharing our story with you, and then we will practice a guided meditation afterward, practice our mindfulness. Okay. So as I mentioned before, this is the second book in the series of books by Susan Verde. She wrote the words, and the artist is Peter H. Reynolds. These books were published by Abrams Books for Young Readers, and we're viewing them through Hoopla, which you can access for free with your San Mateo County's library card. Hoopla is on demand, so there's no waiting for the books. They're just available. If you're having any trouble accessing them, please let us know. You can always call us at 1-833-YES-SMCL. You ready for our story? This is I Am Peace, a book of mindfulness. There are times when I worry about what might happen next and what happened before. The thoughts in my head are like rushing water, and I feel like a boat with no anchor. Being carried away. I give myself a moment. I take a breath. And then I tell myself, it's all right. I feel the ground beneath my feet and steady myself. And start to notice the here and the now. My thoughts begin to settle. My mind begins to clear. I am peace. I can watch my worries gently pop and disappear. I let things go. I can say what I feel inside out loud. I know myself. I can share kindness with others. I make a difference. You see him sharing the bird seed with the birds. Oops, looks like some has dropped to the ground. What do you think that seed can do? Oh. I can hug a tree and thank it for its beauty and strength. I connect to nature. I can watch the clouds make shapes against the sky. I know wonder. I can taste and smell and touch and hear and see what is all around me. I use my senses. I can feel my breath fill my whole body. I tune in to me. Now the water is still. I have found my anchor, and everything is all right. I don't need to worry about before or after. I am in this moment. I am peace. Now I share my peace with others and hope that it is carried away to those who need it. And I dream. We are peace. And there's a note here from the author about all the different things that can bring us stress, right, and anxiety, and the different ways that we can practice mindfulness to help calm ourselves and alleviate those worries. There's also a guided meditation here that we'll practice together, but you guys are welcome to return to this book. This is great for grown-ups and kids to share together. Practicing mindfulness can seem like a lot, right? Like meditation, this idea that you're sitting in one space, being very still. Sometimes it's hard to sit still. So I try to think of all the different ways that I can practice mindfulness. For me, it's connecting with nature, right? It's getting outside. It's focusing on what I see, what I hear, maybe what I smell, what I feel against my skin, the winds, things like that, right? Like they mentioned in our book. One of the easy ways to begin to practice mindfulness is to try to focus on one thing at a time. And something that we can practice with pretty easily is focusing on our breath. We are always breathing, right? But we don't always think about our breath and how our breath is moving through us. So I wanted to practice a guided mindfulness meditation with you. It's also mentioned at the end of the story there. So what we can do, if you're comfortable, find a good comfortable seat like we're already in. If you prefer to lay down and you're comfortable laying down, you can also do that. If you're going to sit up, let's find a good tall seat like we started with. Go ahead, close your eyes and bring your hands to your belly. You can begin by taking deep breaths in and then out through your mouth. Take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do that one more time. In through your nose and out through your mouth. And begin to notice the way that your breath in and out moves your belly. When you breathe in, do you feel your hands move? And when you breathe out, when you breathe in, your belly gets bigger. When you breathe out, your belly gets smaller. Now go ahead and bring one hand up to your mouth. Take a deep breath in and breathe out through your mouth. And notice when you do so, is your breath cold? Is it warm? There's no right or wrong answer, just notice. Go ahead and bring both hands back to your belly and continue to breathe in and out. And if you haven't done so already, you can breathe in and out through your nose. Doing so through your nose will also help slow down your breath. Now, imagine that your belly, like your breath, is like the ocean waves. And when you breathe in, the waves rise. And when you breathe out, the waves recede. The waves rise and the waves go back. And just like we saw in our story with his boat, right, riding the waves, this rushing water and feeling untethered, can you imagine that there's a boat riding the waves on your belly? Riding your breath. You want to take deep breaths in, deep, slow breaths in. You don't want the boat to capsize, right? You don't want it to tip over. So taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out to imagine that you're guiding that boat along the ocean waves. Maybe imagine what kind of boat you have there. And I want you to continue to imagine the boat riding the ocean waves as you gently guide it safely to shore. Good job. Now, once your boat has reached the shore, take a breath in and out, and gently open your eyes. Might take some time for them to get readjusted to the lights. If you're laying on your back, go ahead and come up to have a seat. You can bring your hands to your knees or to your thighs. It can be hard to sit still. I wonder, after you've done that, has your breath changed at all? There's no right or wrong answer, just notice. If it's deeper, maybe it's the same, that's okay. When you were doing that, did you find that it was easy to focus your mind on your breath, to focus your mind on that boat that we were guiding to shore? Was it challenging? There's no right or wrong answer, we're just noticing. It can be hard to sit still with your thoughts. Our minds are created to be able to hold lots of different thoughts at the same time. But being able to practice mindfulness and to practice on one thought at a time can help us manage the different things that come at us all the time, right? And maybe not to get overwhelmed or worried or anxious. So you can stop, you can pause, you can be here in the now. You can notice with all your senses the different things that are going on and appreciate all of the different things that you can hear and smell and see and touch and feel. And to let go of the things that don't help you enjoy that, right? Don't like serve that experience that you're having. Okay? So you can practice mindfulness whenever you want, whenever you get a chance. It can be as simple as being really focused when you're out enjoying nature, on the experience that you're having, really listening intently when you're having a conversation with someone and really focusing on just what they're saying to you and not the chatter in your mind or what's happening around you. Mindfulness can be practicing really enjoying the meal that you're eating, the strawberries, the apple, whatever you're having for dinner, just really enjoying it and being grateful for that. Mindfulness can be an opportunity like this, to sit for maybe 5 minutes, if that, right? And focus on your breath. And when you make that a practice, you'll find that it's easier to do so outside of that time that you're dedicating to it, okay? I hope you found that this was helpful today. I hope that you enjoy a mindfulness practice and you come back to it often. Remember to be kind to yourself. It's okay if your mind gets busy with thoughts. We just let them float by like clouds and we come back to our breath. Remember to say kind things to yourself as well. You are strong. You are special. You are wonderful. You are peace. Okay? Let's bring our hands back to our heart center. We're going to sing our namaste song to say goodbye. Are you ready? If you don't know it, that's okay. You'll learn it really quickly. Here we go. My little light bows to your little light. Your little light, your little light. My little light bows to your little light. Namaste. This is my cat, Chloe. We'll sing it right back, okay? Your little light bows to my little light. My little light, my little light. Your little light bows to my little light. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends. I'll see you again next week in this space for the third book in our series this month. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to check out our virtual STEAM camp. My friends are leading programs at 11 a.m. for early learners and 1 p.m. for elementary age students. That's Monday through Thursday and Saturday as well. Join us. Also, don't forget to sign up for the Summer Learning Challenge, where you can earn a chance to win a $1,000 college scholarship. All the details can be found at summerlearners.org. Thank you so much. Have a great day, friends. I'll see you soon.